All right. One moment. All right. So good afternoon, or excuse me. At this point, it's good evening. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it and talk about this whole entire Travis Hunter thing. All right. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really watch college football. However, his story has transcended college football. It has touched a lot of people's lives, for better or worse. Now, there have been plenty of interviews where you hear this young man talk, and he sounds very inspirational, coming from a large family, coming from a not financially stable background to being rich before he even made it to the NFL, and now getting a Heisman and most likely going to make it to the NFL. Now, here's the thing about him. One of the biggest things people are talking about right now is his relationship with his now fiancée, Leanna. Now, there has been plenty of videos about her, and another guy has did a whole deep dive into her background in Atlanta and the things she did over there. But I'm not really going to talk about that in this video. People could change. You can start off doing one thing and go completely different. That's neither here nor there, and that's completely fine. What I am going to talk about, though, her actions as of recently, and her trying to dim his star, it seems like. She may not seem like she's intentionally doing so. I mean, she may not think she's intentionally doing so, but she's trying to. She has an issue, it seems like, with not being the center of attention and the most desired. Now, a little background. It is very well known that she is a little bit older than him. She is 23. I believe he is 21. She dated him while he was in high school, while she was in college. Whatever that means, he was underage or not, I don't know. What does matter is, though, that at first, when you watch their old videos, I went to their TikTok page, or her TikTok page, and you saw a much younger Travis, a lot scrawnier Travis, who didn't have his teeth fixed and everything like that. And you could see how much he adored this woman. And truthfully, at that particular time, if you were just going by a physical appearance, you could see why he was so totally into that woman. However, he had his glow up. He got more muscular, got his teeth fixed. Now he's the talk of the nation. And you see her seeing people looking at her man, how he looked at her, and she's struggling with that. And I don't think she's ready to let go of that. And for right now, it seems like, and I'm just purely speculating on this, the way he is acting towards her, that's kind of like his first attractive woman he's ever been with. And probably had a lot of firsts with her. And when you have a lot of firsts with somebody, it's hard to let that person go or see the red flags in that person. Other people can see the red flags before you can. And one of the things I don't like is when younger people, when they choose not to listen to the people who have been there and done that. I'm pretty sure Coach Prime has told him about women like her, because Coach Prime has literally brought Brittany Renner to talk to athletes before about what to look out for. So let's go ahead and go into a few video clips before I get too much further. I got to talk about this for a long time.
Travis Hunter.
That was an extremely beautiful moment. But if we go back a little bit, I'm going to play it back a little bit. You see it It doesn't matter what other people think or how she thinks she's perceived. Whenever her fiance, the man that has pretty much upgraded her life, is getting a award that most people only dream of, and he dreamed of it, made his dream come true, you're the first one that should be jumping up out at sea, especially if that's going to be your husband. there's a lot of emotion going on right there, and truthfully, it's well earned, well deserved, and I'm proud of him. I don't even watch college football. Whenever you see a young black man overcome and work hard and be successful, every single one of us should feel a sense of pride and accomplishment in that necessary, even though we may have a direct hand in it. And there's something about that we want to protect and make sure that it doesn't get lost or used. Because you win the Heisman Trophy doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have success in the NFL. And outside of him, the only other person I could think of that won the Heisman that didn't have a great NFL career as of in the last 10-ish years or so is Johnny Football. With Johnny Football, I think he only played in the NFL for 2 years. And that's only because he stood in his own way because of his own habits and addictions. But here it does keep going.
Trophy. Look, this is actually your trophy. When you can take home the boulder.
Now, when it comes to our elders, they tend to tell us what we don't always want to hear.
This message goes out to Travis Hunter. Listen, Travis, I just want you to be careful, man. Yeah, I said it. Be careful. Congratulations on your engagement, but man, you might have to disengage because something about this woman, man. The way she was talking to, and she was talking like she was really that chick. Listen, you love who you love. Facts. Okay, I got that. That's all logical, but something ain't right. I just watched that dumb video of you guys in those matching pajamas that bugged me, and she was like dogging you, going, yeah, he wasn't my type. I was like, he wasn't my type.
It wasn't my type.
And then we went to this.
And that's the thing. I will say this. Whenever you are truly in love with somebody, you move completely different. So let's say that is true. He wasn't her type. And I'm going to address that a little bit further towards the end of the video about a video she put out today on her TikTok where she was trying to clear the air by throwing him under the bus, the man that's pretty much going to be taking care of her for the rest of her life. Again, every single thing she does screams our red flag. But let's go ahead and continue.
Patty, and then we fell in love. I think, personally, I don't know when y'all dated, with high school, I don't give a fuck. But when she found out your stats, bro, that's when I think she's like, oh, I love him. I don't know what she is. She's like Indian looking, Latino looking with a sprinkle of Ebonics. I don't fucking know what she is. But one thing I do know, you need to watch your ass, bro. I'm so serious, man. I just something ain't right. And
you know, growing up, whenever you get into those relationships, you know, sometimes you have an uncle, an older cousin, an older brother sometimes, or just a family friend that will see the type of woman or man you're with if you're a woman. They'll see the person you're with, you're like, you know what, maybe you want to watch out for this. They don't match up with my spirit well. There's something about them I don't like. And, you know, we'll take that to heart and listen back in the day. Today, it's just like kids, and he's not a kid, but younger people have too much access to information to where they ignore the wisdom of the people that have been there and done that. I value the wisdom that I got for the people that came before me, and I passed down a lot of those wisdom to the younger generation, as in like kids and stepkids and other young people that I've been taught to. Wisdom is earned, and you can either go through it by going through it the hard way or listening to other people's experiences and advice. It seems like Travis is choosing the way of going through it the hard way, unfortunately, when it doesn't have to be that way.
Sure people agree with me right now. They're agreeing with me. Don't get sucked into this shit, bro. You better sign all kinds of fucking papers, man. All right? You better have an ironclad fucking contract because something ain't right. I didn't like that video. He wasn't my type. Remember, you wasn't my type. But when you're successful, you everybody's fucking type. You know what I mean? All of a sudden they find out your potential. Now you everybody's type. Be careful with that shit, bro. I'm just.
You know, and Godfrey's been in the game for a very long time, and I think he's close to 50, if he's not already 50. And it's one of those things that, yes, you are everybody's type when you're successful. It's one of those things that I noticed growing up. There would be women that would never date a certain type of guy. Let's say they would, I don't know, a woman that would say that she'll never date a guy with dress, but if she ever came across Lil Wayne, her attitude would totally change. I'm going that from my generation around that age when I was close to 21 years old. So there's always an exception to the rule, and the rule is normally the money and lifestyle you can provide.
Just saying, I hope Coach Dion is helping him out. Like, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, I can't tell you what to do. You just gotta have confidence in what you're doing, and I bless you, bless God, and just be careful of the budge. I just didn't like what she said. She said, "I'm not your type." He said, "Yeah, I think you should have let the bitch go." That's what I mean, I didn't mean to curse, but I'm just saying, you know, it is what it is. But Travis, your last name is Hunter, bro. You might have to go hunting real soon, bro. Whew. Go Buffaloes. This message goes out to Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter, DP, and receiver at College High School, committed to FSU.
And there's nothing wrong with having a whole entire prenup, you know, especially if your relationship truly is for love. Now, I found this clip when he was back in high school, and I was just curious what he kind of looked like back then, to where she would say he wasn't her type. Again, I'm just like, all right, he just looks like an average guy to me. I don't know what her type was, but she actually explains what her type was later on. We'll get to there. But speaking of Leanna, she actually goes into her background. A lot of people were saying she's a snow bunny, you know, she's white or Hispanic. It turns out I found out she was actually missed. I found one of these old videos of hers from a while back.
The only picture I have of them together because they divorced when I was like 1. So yeah, this is my mom. I think we favor each other when her hair is straight. Like it's relaxed and straight. I think we favor a little bit. And then this is my biological father. Sundays I look at him and he looks real Filipino, and then Sundays I look and he's like real Hispanic to me. But obviously this is the parent I favored. Like skin complexion, hair type, hair color, eye shape. I got a real chink eye. Yeah. And then this is my mom when she was really young. See, this is her normal kinky curly hair. This is my grandma, my mom's mom. And
genetics is a crazy thing because you could take really heavily after one parent compared to the other. Now, back to what I was saying about Coach Prime getting college athletes to, getting Brittany Renner to talk to them, that he went ahead and got her on there, or got her to talk to the athletes, mainly because of what he went through with his own. And that's why I like this very much, because there are some women, because women's team to back women, but I still remember the story where there was a guy who did he get drafted, or he was about to be drafted, and he was dating his babysitter. Women paid a long game a lot to get that check. Let's just leave that. But going into that, though, let's go ahead and see what Brittany Renner actually said, though, because it was really good. This is before, of course, she had her transformation into Islam. But you can see that at least she was trying to do some good by helping some of the young people not to fall for the same tricks and games that she may have played or done.
Calm down now, calm down.
Can you introduce yourself, and let's go from step A to Z, because we got to kind of show these guys the other side of game. And that's why you gracefully blessed us with your presence, so they could understand from your point of view how this game is played.
So my name is Brittany Renner, aka Bundle of Brittany on Instagram. I have been on social media for
Joe ain't took notes all year, but now you And that's how the game starts, with the phone.
Right.
They going on Instagram and they see you. And what happens? They try to get off in them DMs. And kind of take us on the journey of how this is played out.
I mean, honey, like, I feel like my DMs, it's like a Nike store. There's nothing but checks. So it just, for me, I feel like
Hold on. They missed that game.
And that was very wise right there. And that's just how a woman looks at a man or an athlete sometimes. And it doesn't even have to be an athlete. It could be somebody that's, I think they mentioned this too, who is a professional or an entrepreneur. Somebody that just has status and money.
nothing but blue checks.
They missed that game right there. She says like a Nike store.
It's like a Nike store. There's nothing but blue checks. So honestly, when you reach a certain status, you can have the pick of the litter. So for me,
She don't mean checks, paper. She mean blue checks.
I'm talking heavy
Verified.
hitters. Some of y'all's favorite rappers, NBA players, football players. It's like, to me, once you reach that level just of popularity, the world is your oyster. You can do whatever you want. And for me, my whole journey on here, I felt like my life almost felt like I was in Disney World, like I lived in Disney World. Like, you get to skip the line, you get privilege. Like, people just want.
You know, the interesting thing about Brittany Renner is, I still remember when she first came out, and she had kind of a moving story. How she grew up with a white mom, they wasn't very wealthy or rich, and how she played soccer, and how that kept her alive and going and stuff. And just to see how things kind of turned out in her life to, she became the Nets, I think her name is Corinne Stephens, whatever. And she did a lot of shifts and changes, and it seemed like she was never really fully stable because of her upbringing.
Want to be next to you. They don't even see you as human anymore. And you can either, use it to your advantage and maybe abuse it, or you can, try to make something happen. So a lot of guys who are in my DM, you're in my DM because I'm Brittany Renner. So naturally, if you play a sport, it's kind of like, well, that's an incentive to talk to you. A lot of times, women, men in general, everybody wants something.
Thank you.
Everybody wants something. So it's like, even if we both have our own thing going on, me still being with you is a good look because you boost my stock.
Now, see what she just said there. How does that not apply to Travis Hunter right now? Now, his fiance now is trying to say, well, hey, I be buying him stuff, I'm doing this, but let's be real here. They're in the public eye. Excuse me. They're in the public eye, and their content was surrounded around them being a couple. And they put everything about their lives out there, and now they're trying to put the brakes on there and have people be like, no, just stop talking about us, when that's how you built up your brand. And let's be real here, she wouldn't have been popular without him to begin with.
Just like you boost my, you know what I'm saying? Like, I boost your stock. It's just that simple. It's kind of like a give and take, but you have to be aware of what you're signing up for. You want to make it to the NFL, and it's kind of like, you do understand there's a lot that comes with that, right? There's gonna, to be able to decipher who really loves you for you, I think that's like the billion-dollar question we're all wanting to know.
This is how the game is played. Please know that. We putting you up on game because some of y'all gonna make it. I hope, pray all of y'all make it, even if you make it in the business world. That's a whole nother category of game.
It is a whole nother category of game.
In that world too, they just dress it up a little different.
Yeah.
The game is the same. Only thing changed is your names. That's the stuff I just said right there.
You are useful, and it's better to be useful than useless. So you just have to have that understanding that, okay, I have something to offer, whether that's financial, status-wise, whatever. And people do see that as a bonus to be with you. There's nothing wrong with that because both of you can have stuff going on, but you just have to be aware nobody is just here for nothing. It's just about figuring out who could be there during the times of adversity. And you would only know that going through adversity. Like, if you had an injury and you weren't able to play, or just for even a short amount of time, like, there are just certain things you're going to have to just see.
And that's very deep. You only will know through times of adversity. That's a very true statement. So right now, Travis and his fiancée is going through a small adversity, nothing really physical that's like life-changing to his career or anything towards her. It's more her own behaviors that is causing the problems right now. Right now, she's in a spotlight to where it's kind of like she could cause some opportunities because she hasn't grown up yet. He has obviously grew as a man, as a person, but she has stayed stagnant. I saw in some of her earlier videos where she says she likes to drink, she has a bad attitude, things of that nature, but she hasn't done anything to fix it yet. And unfortunately, Travis still has a young man mindset saying, well, I know how to deal with it. You should never have to be with anybody that you have to deal with, especially when you're putting your body and mind on the line to make a successful life and career for each other, or for you, and she's going to obviously benefit from it. Because let's say if those two don't work out, because she has been such in the public eye, being in his Adidas ass, being the center of attention in his last game, all this other kind of stuff, she's going to have a career. Men are automatically going to want to be with her because she was with him. As messed up as that sounds, that's the truth. They're going to want to be with the woman that was with the Heisman Trophy winner, NFL player prodigy. That's just what it is. So he may not be realizing it, but he's really setting her up for success and to be without him and still be okay. And unfortunately, if they do get married and divorced, and let's say they have kids, she's definitely going to be taken care of. Now, I know they're planning on getting married in 2025, and we'll see how that goes.
You ain't never had no girl, so why y'all talking about me?
I forgot to mention, this is him pretty much him trying to defend his now fiance. And here's the thing. I think every single man should try to take up and defend their woman and their honor and everything else. But at the exact same time, you got to make sure she's worth defending too.
Find something else to talk about. You talk about my girl. Go talk about your girl. Go find a girl. Go find a life. Stop worrying about what I got going on. I know what I got. I know my girl. My girl been with me for 5 years. Y'all are just not starting to talk about me and just not starting to be with me.
And that's the thing. You can't have that attitude when again, you have made your relationship very public on TikTok for people to comment, criticize. It's all good when people are admiring y'all, but whenever criticism comes, you're starting to crash out. And again, I always say this, you cannot let your feelings mess up your opportunities. She's upset, which is making you upset, which can also impact when it comes to recruiting. Let's be real here. I hate to say this, even All-American did an example of that. It's a political game. This is a business. They want to put their money behind the most likable person. And if your woman is lowering her profile, what y'all need to do is get her off the internet and hire a publicist going forward.
Like, come on, man. Y'all go do something else with y'all life. Clickbait pages, y'all better stop. I'm telling y'all. Y'all, if something bad gonna happen to y'all, y'all keep doing that. Y'all better stop that. I ain't playing. Y'all better stop. All the clickbaiting pages. Yeah, when we was sitting down and I was at my papa shop, we was talking about my family. What was they gonna do while I was in there signing stuff? I had all my family there. And that's why she did. That's why she said she's gonna stay there so they can get stuff. That's why she said she's gonna sit there so they can get stuff, have fun there. She wanted to go back they wanted to go back. Some of them wanted to go back to the hotel, some of them didn't.
Yeah. I find that hard to believe when I saw that clip, but okay, it is hard to get context of what's going on in a 6-second clip, but at the exact same time, her personality traits that you're showing in multiple couples interviews and TikToks shows she does not have the best attitude when it comes to these situations.
Y'all trying to make everything, y'all want everything for clicks. Like, stop that. That's crazy. Like, y'all hate on me and then y'all go and hate on my girl. Like, bro, I feel the same pain that she feel. We're inseparable, bro. We with each other. Like, she hurting, of course I'm gonna be hurting. If I'm hurting, of course she gonna be hurting.
And again, that's that young mindset right there. I understand what he's trying to say, but he's not mature enough to really lead the relationship like it needs to. I can understand your woman hurting and you hurting, but you also got to be able to say, hey, maybe we should take this approach going forward so you won't be hurting. I know you like being by my side, but until I get into this NFL, let's just put you in the background for right now.
Hey, y'all, come on, bro. That joint hurt, bro. But then again, I'm talking to people that life. Go ahead, bro. I don't care. I'll rather all y'all leave right now and go send a text message. So when she wake up in the morning, she get on her phone. Nothing but positivity. Nothing but positive energy. Yeah, she's still sleeping. She slumped. You know when you hurt, bro, you just cry yourself to sleep and you just be gone. Like, so she drunk like OD amount tonight for no reason.
No, I ain't gonna go there because there are plenty of interviews or a couple of interviews y'all did or TikToks y'all did together where she said she likes to drink. I still remember the story when she said that when y'all first met, you would sit in the car while her and her girlfriend would go to the bar or to the club and go party. And yeah, no, I understand when you trying to defend your woman. Don't lie for her though, man. Because like I said, you are a very beloved athlete. That have a lot of people behind you. Don't lose that support for her.
No, she's asleep. She's gone. She'll be up in the morning. Where can they send messages at? Discord. 7 people typing letters. That's cool. That's good. Appreciate it.
What did you send me, Stu?
That'd be the best sleep. It does, but I don't need her to go to sleep. No sad. It's kind of hard. It's hard on me because I can't even help her. Like chat all the work. You ain't never get.
I mean, truthfully, nobody can help her but a therapist at this point. And I'm not even trying to be mean by saying that. That's just the truth. She has a lot of issues she needs to work through, and her drinking and going out a lot is not going to help those issues. Her being and trying to take your light is not going to help those issues. She needs to find her own thing. And it's not we because y'all ain't married yet, unfortunately.
Okay, I'm going to be addressing all this stuff online because I'm tired emotionally and mentally of seeing people try to make me out to be a person that I am.
And this is the TikTok she actually posted today that she took down. I found very interesting because in here she's, you know what, let's just watch it together.
Not, but with a testimony without a test of faith. So
I don't like it when they bring religion and stuff, but go ahead.
I'm going to start from the very beginning with this my type thing. I got permission from Travis to say these things because these are previously things I didn't want online. But
now keep in mind this video is not up anymore.
I'm going to tell y'all the full story just so y'all know. So Travis, when he first ever DM'd me, when we first met, I said I left him in my DM for 2 months, and people said, oh, she left him in his DM until she figured out who he was. That is not true at all. The real reason Travis sat in my DM for 2 months is because he DM'd me when he had a girlfriend, and her name was in his bio, so I instantly knew he had a partner. So I exited the message, and he sat there until he was single. I don't do home wrecking. I'm not a side piece. I don't stand for any of those things. I support women, so I would never do that to another woman because I would never want it done to me. So I ignored him until he was single. That's the real reason he sat in my DM.
Do you not realize she's kind of ruining his reputation right now? Think about it for a second. She literally just told everybody he had a girlfriend, but he was trying to cheat on his girlfriend with you. Like, it's kind of crazy. It's just like she cares so much about herself that she's not realizing in a time where he's getting ready to try to be drafted by the NFL. And again, they care about, it's a business, so they care about reputations, and she's ruining his reputation. And okay, I'm just going to keep going.
Then the second thing, when I said he wasn't my type, I did not mean attractiveness. I don't have a physical type, period. No two men that I previously dated look the same. My first one was a white cowboy. Second one was a Mexican soccer player. Then I dated a black man with
who's a SoundCloud rapper, and then Travis. So I have never dated the same type physically. I don't care about what people look like or what they can give me. I date people for who they are as a person, how they honor God, and how they treat the people around them, and Travis is all the above. So when I said he wasn't my type, I meant because he was younger than me. I had never dated no one younger than me, and he had cheated on his girlfriend. I don't know if your type is cheaters, but mine isn't.
So her type is not a cheater, but she dated a cheater, and she's telling everybody he was a cheater when nobody knew he was a cheater. You see what I mean? And this is why I have an issue with. Again, you're trying to make sure your man gets to the NFL. Why do we need to know this information? This should have stayed private. We don't need to know he cheated or not. And again, I don't know how much of that is true since the video's not up anymore.
So no, he wasn't my type at first off of those two things, but that didn't discredit the fact that I was attracted to him. That's obviously why I gave him a chance. And then I learned he truly is a phenomenal and wonderful human being, and that's why we're together, and that's why we're still together to this day. So that's that. Okay, the next clip was at the game after they just won like their last game. People thought I was upset with him celebrating with cheerleaders. I don't know where that came from because he never celebrated with cheerleaders. So that I don't know where that started, but that's not what I said. But what y'all didn't see before the clip, me and him were talking. We had already interacted. I had already said congratulations. I had already kissed him over the fence that we couldn't get through. So the real reason why I was mad is because the security, and you can ask any of the family members who was actually there, they didn't want no one to storm the field. So they had thousands of security people holding everyone back. But the people in the field were like, let the family down. Like, the family can come down.
So it's one of those things. I'm kind of curious. Do they have like training for people who may be getting to, or training for spouses that are whose boyfriends, husbands, or what have you is getting ready to go into the NFL, to know how to behave? Because I understand what she's trying to say, but again, you didn't hold yourself together. And again, you have a phenomenal man in the sense that he's doing things that's rarely been done before, and you're not really showing your placement in his life and why you deserve to be there. It seems like he's kind of outgrown you in a sense, and you're having trouble with that and having that realization.
So everyone was going back and forth. I was arguing with the security guard because he wouldn't let no family through, but they let the cheerleaders on the opposing team get through the fences. So I was like, so when I finally got down to the field, that's why I told Travis, like, he had already seen it. I had already congratulated him. We had already spoke, got on the field, and then I was upset because I had just finished arguing with somebody. And then what y'all don't see after 5-second clip is right after that, I let it go. I was like, you know what, like, celebrate. We took pictures. We were with our families, and then we went to his meet and greet. Had another wonderful event there. That's all that happened in that. That was literally that. Nothing. It was not deeper than anyone made it out to be. And yeah. Next clip, the Adidas pop-up shop this past weekend. People are saying that I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here? That's not what I said. First of all, I said, baby, do you want me to sit here, or do you want me to go with the family, or do you want...
Now, I should have posted that clip in here, and you know what? I think that was a relatively small thing for that to bring up, to be honest with you.
Want me to come with you? Because...
But I didn't hear what she's saying right now, though.
What y'all don't know, again, off of a 7-second clip, is those weren't fans, by the way. He had already finished that part. He had finished meeting with the fans. I was there the entire time, taking pictures, talking to them, everything. The girls that were there, they were the Adidas, they worked for Adidas. So we were taking pictures for social posts. That's who those people were. I wasn't annoyed with no fans at all. I'm never annoyed with fans.
But do you realize... You know what? I'm not even going to say that. I'm just going to keep going.
That's what that was. And then Travis was getting ready to leave. He had to be at a rehearsal for the Heisman ceremony. They had to do walkthroughs and stuff like that. So I was asking him, I was like, do you want me just to sit here? Do you want me to go back to the hotel? Like, do you want me to wait for our family? Because his family was in there shopping. Because Adidas let them go pick out stuff in the store. It was like a 4-story Adidas. So they're all doing that. And I was like, what do you want me to do? Like, do I stay here? Do I come with you? Like, what? And he was like, you can do what you want. Like, you could sit there, you can go shop, you can come to the hotel, you can walk around. That's what he was saying to me. I don't know. Like I said, the things that I see people make up is truly crazy, because it's not what happened. And I just think people are just finding every single little thing and trying to make it something it's not. And then bird brain individuals are just accepting what they see online.
Well, I don't know about calling people bird brain, especially when you're trying to make sure you have friends and a good reputation to make sure he gets a really good spot in the NFL draft. But you see how problematic she is. And again, this is why I say some people, when you get to a certain point, that you need to stay off the internet and just have a publicist. At this point, I feel like that's where she needs to be at. Off the internet until he gets through the draft. And just have a publicist so she won't say or do anything else that could be perceived to be wrong or could make him a potential liability. Because let's be real here, a lot of athletes get into domestic situations, they get into cheating scandals, divorces, all kinds of stuff. No NFL wants to go behind a liability.
Okay, now the last thing, this actual Heisman ceremony. This is making me so mad, because anyone who knows me knows I support Travis in every win, everything he does, because I truly, truly love that man. He is perfect in my eyes. So, when his name was called, I instantly was going to, if you watch the video, you can see me like.
Now, didn't Travis just say in the previous video displayed, say that she drunk herself to sleep? And the way she's looking, it doesn't look like she's upset, she's crying. It's like she's kind of looks like she just woke up from this that drinking hangover and is trying, like, I just need to blur all this out. She had permission, but then she took it down. So yeah, they need a management team just to make sure she doesn't do anything foolish.
But his mom didn't get up, so I was like, oh, maybe I don't get up, maybe I just sit here with her. So I sat there, and then y'all said Coach Prime had to tell me to get up. No, he didn't. He said, go get him. Go get your man. Like, and once Travis stood up, but he didn't have to do that because I was going to do that anyways. As soon as I seen Travis get up, then I thought it was appropriate to stand up, greet him, congratulate him. But then there was a camera right in front of Coach Prime, and I knew they were going to film that moment. And because of how people are online, I was like, I don't want to be in that shot, so I'm going to sit down. So I try to sit down so I'm not in the camera while I'm crying. People are going to be like, oh, why is she crying? Like, you know, stuff like that. And so I got out of the camera purposefully so they can have their moment. That's all it was. No one told me to stand up. No one had to tell me to celebrate with him. I was just sitting there crying. I wanted to take it in myself too. I was super excited for him. But I wanted the moment to be about him and his family. And that's another thing. People are like, why did he sit next to her? Why was his mom? We had assigned seats. We had assigned seats. I didn't have a choice where I sat. They are obviously going to put someone and their partner together. So I had the seat right next to him because that was my assigned seats. I didn't have a choice. And then the hugging thing. Travis came and hugged me because he just went down the line. I was first in line, then his mom, then Coach Prime. He came.
I didn't see anybody really commenting about the hugging thing, like, at all. I just saw people more commenting about her not getting up really fast, but I never saw anything about the hugging thing.
Straight to me first. I didn't tell him to do that. I didn't have to tell him to do anything. He's a grown man. He can do what he wants.
No, he can't. He can't do what he wants because y'all have rules that you have enforced and made up for him, so you can control him. So he won't be able to see any better possibility of a woman out there. You have those rules so he can keep his eyes on you, but those rules are going to backfire, especially if he gets into the NFL.
But yeah, everyone is making this crazy narratives in their head, so I just wanted to clear it up. And that is the truth. That's what happens in all those videos. And I will not be addressing this again. I didn't want to address it, but here we are.
And she told everybody that he's a cheater, right? You know what? There is something about that woman that just don't agree with me, but I'm pretty much done with this topic for now. You guys tell me what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. I really do hope Travis Hunter don't let this woman ruin his opportunities. I hope she doesn't stand in his way in any way, shape, or form. But it's starting to look like that if it's not about her, she doesn't know how the hell not being the center of attention, especially of his attention. Unfortunately, he's going to be in a situation where he's going to be around a bunch of different women and men, things he don't want to do. Those rules are not really going to be able to apply in the real world scenario once they get out of college. Once he gets out of college. Thank you for watching. You guys have a great day. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.